All right, so here we are. I'm gonna do a review basically of a cologne oil or perfume oil, whatever you want to call it. And this company is called U.S. Oil Perfumery. us.oilperfumery.com. If you're in Canada, I believe it's ca.oilperfumery.com. Um, Now, before I get into the review, I just want to say right now, right out of the way, I'm a very long winded person. I like to kind of go on rants. If you don't like long form kind of content, I'm very sorry, but this is not going to be for you. That's just kind of the person I am. I'm kind of like low key, go with the flow. I have my, Bush Light beer, only the finest beer for these reviews. I got my unmade bed in the background. It's very like low key. So that's kind of how I am. So if you want like a quick to the point, I'm very sorry, but this is probably not going to be for you. So everybody crack a beer, have a good drink, get a glass of wine, whatever you do. I wanted to make this review because I don't see a lot of. This is what the bottle looks like. I don't see any reviews for these, barely any reviews for these perfume oils. And in fact, I've seen just one review of this company on YouTube by a gentleman named CEO Life. I believe that's the name of his channel. I'll link his channel because he's a great channel. He talks about colognes and stuff, but he's the only person I've seen talking about this stuff. And basically, really quickly, the difference is that cologne oils or perfume oils, whatever you want to call them, they're just basically the concentrated oils of the cologne or perfume that you're wearing, and you just kind of, let me take this off. If you can see that there's this metal roller ball, and you just have the oil in there, and you just rub it on your skin, and it's the same thing. It just, you don't spray it. There's no alcohol. And there's a lot of benefits to that. This company in particular, and let me just say, I'm not sponsored by them. If y'all want to send me some of these to review, I'd be more than happy because I love them. But it's a really good company that I've seen nobody talking about. They're much cheaper. I mean, much cheaper, and they tend to last on your skin longer. And let me just, before I get into this review real quick, let me just show you if you can see. Kind of hard to see. Apologize. I'm kind of looking up there because that's where my screen is, but you could see I barely used any of this, right? Like almost the whole thing is full. Now I have a bunch of these that I'm going to do a review on, but I've been using this like probably every other day, maybe every couple days for like 2 months, and there's like nothing gone out of it. It smells great. So these last you like a really long time. So this company in particular, they tend to focus on what would be the word? Clones, I guess, impressions. Now, I love the fragrance community, and it's a like a hobby that I have found. If you had asked me even just a year ago, or if you had told me a year ago, oh, East, you're gonna be really into colognes, man. You're gonna be into the thing, all this community. This is gonna be a hobby for you. I would have told you to get lost. I never wore cologne my whole life, but if you're watching and you're into the fragrance community, it's like a thing that you tell people about and they think you're weird. Like, fragrance community, what? But once you get into it, like, there's a million YouTube videos, there's forums. It's a fun time. I mean, it can be a little, iffy here or there, like any community, but the fragrance community is fun. It's a weird thing. It is a weird hobby, but I enjoy it. So let me quickly get into this. This is Sauvage by Dior, Christian Dior. This is a very popular fragrance. It's kind of divisive, but I don't want to talk too much about like how Sauvage is as a fragrance in general. I just kind of want to talk mostly about how this oil is. If you have ever smelled Sauvage by Christian Dior, in my opinion, on my skin, it is a cologne that smells to me like Right Guard deodorant. So it smells like a very, very, very nice masculine deodorant, which sounds kind of weird. Like, you're not going to be like, putting deodorant everywhere, but it does smell good. It's not super musky. I tend to always use like Old Spice as a basis for like that like really musky cologne smell. It's not like that. It is it is definitely for men. Like it's not for women. I mean, anyone can wear anything they want, of course, but this is definitely a masculine scent. But it's not super super musky or spicy or sharp. It's just a very good like right guard cologne deodorant kind of smell, and it's good. It's a really good smell. Um, Now, so let me get more a little bit into the review of this actual perfume oil. When you spray Dior Sauvage, the actual cologne, in my opinion, I get this like really sharp, like piercing, synthetic, like spicy kind of smell. There's a quadrillion Dior Sauvage reviews on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of people have talked about it. I don't like the opening of Sauvage. It's really sharp. It almost makes me sick. But it goes away really quickly, and then you're left with that beautiful dry down, which is this just like, again, I keep reiterating myself, but that like cologne or that deodorant kind of smell, and it's just really nice. And then so with this perfume oil, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not sponsored by them. It smells pretty much the same. I would say like 98%. The differences I noticed with this from the actual cologne is that when just smelling this, like straight up just smelling, this has like a really strong citrus smell off the top, like oranges or bergamot or lemon. And I'm pretty sure Sauvage has that in there, but I get like a really strong lemony kind of scent. And it's not sweet or anything, but you definitely smell that, right? When you put this on your skin, it's not as strong, but it's still there. You don't get any of that sharpness that I personally get with Sauvage. That's gone. So to me, right off the bat, this is better than Sauvage because I hate that smell. If you've smelled Sauvage, you know what I'm talking about. You might enjoy it. I hate it. So this gets rid of that, and you get that like orangey kind of lemony smell, almost a little bit like Lemon Pledge. So it's not like the greatest, most alluring scent, but that with this oil, that kind of like lemon scent goes away pretty quickly, and then you're left with that right guard scent, which is pretty much Sauvage. And I gotta tell you, I've smelled Sauvage before. It smells the same, man. It really does smell the same. I can't notice a difference really. And when it dries down, it's just like Sauvage for me, the actual cologne, where when all that goes away after a long while, you're left with kind of a musky smell. It's not like super pungent, but that deodorant smell kind of fades, and you're just left with like a masculine, musky smell. Like I know there's ambroxan or ambergris. I know they're kind of like the same thing basically. Again, I'm not like super super knowledgeable with all the different notes and everything, but I try to. My point with all these reviews, if I might go on a tangent for a minute, if you allow me, is to kind of like show these off. I like to be long-winded, like I said, but show these off to people who are interested in cologne and who enjoy the community but aren't like wicked into it, like know all the notes and how they interact with each other and the synergy between them, because I sure as hell enjoy this community, but I don't know all, but yeah, but that ambergris smell, that like musky, earthy, mossy kind of smell, that's what you're left with when this dries down. And like I said, it's the same. How much did this cost? I believe this was $10. It might be a little more, $11. Very cheap. Like I said, it lasted a really long time. Barely any of it is gone. And it smells like Sauvage. This is Dior Sauvage. If you want a cheap Dior Sauvage, then I have to recommend this to you. Sauvage is not cheap, in my opinion. I mean, colognes can get much more expensive, like the Creed colognes. Tom Ford, stuff can get really expensive, but Sauvage to me is still expensive. It's like $75 for like a 1.7 ounce or something. That's expensive for me. So to me, this is an incredible deal. And like I said, I've seen almost nobody talk about this company, and it smells fantastic. Sauvage might not be for everyone, but to me, this is a very like safe scent. This is a scent that you can wear to work, you can wear on a date, you can just wear when you're lounging around and you just want to feel good about yourself. So it's a good scent. I recommend, if you've never smelled Sauvage, right, and you're interested, this is my opinion, of course. I apologize if you hear all those dogs in the background. I live in a zoo. Um, Buy this. Don't buy Sauvage. And I know that's kind of a very risky thing to say. I would say, honestly, even if you're not into perfume oils, I think like I've kind of like changed. I know this sounds a little strange, because it is nice to collect the bottles and the spraying and the whole thing is a kind of an experience, but these are the same thing, man. They smell the same. They last. You get the compliments you want. I would say that at the very least, use this company as like a testing ground. Like if you're interested in like something that might be a little like Sauvage, like I think it's expensive. If you want to know what it smells like and you don't have access to go to like Ulta or Sephora, wherever where you can spray a test strip, just grab this. It's like $10 and try it out. And if you like it, then you're good, because you're gonna have this for like a fucking year. Pardon my language if there's any little ones watching, but it lasts so long, you know. And that's all I have to say about it, man. Really, I mean, this company's great. I have other oils that I'm gonna review for them, because I really think we need to get the name out there, you know. Again, like I'm not super into the fragrance community, so I don't know what the overall feeling is with cologne oils, but I don't see a lot of people talking about them. So I would really like to get this kind of thing going, because I know people are like can get a little freaky with like colognes and stuff, but this smells great. And I will talk about the other ones, like I said, and they smell great too. And for the price, like who gives a shit? I mean, really, again, it's part of my French, but who cares? Like to me, some people want to get compliments, and I understand that, and some people just want to smell good, and I'm one of the people that just wants to smell good, and this does it for me. So that's basically all I have to say. It smells like Dior Sauvage, and it's really good. It's a good value. One thing I would like to talk about quick is how I apply this, because there's not a lot of information on that. I basically, again, the roller ball, I just kind of go a little bit down on my wrist. I don't go up near like where, you know, my hand is, because it can get on your hands and you don't want that. I just do circles and I count to 3 on each. I rub it together, and then I rub it on my neck. Occasionally on the weaker scents, sorry if it's auto-focusing, I'll put a dab on my neck when I rub. If it's a really weak scent, I'll do another like quick little dab. Very quick, very easy, and you smell good. The stuff smells great. I'm going to do a couple more reviews on some of the other scents I've bought from them. If you're interested, then great. Again, I apologize. We're about 13 minutes into this video, but like I said, I'm a long-winded dude, and that's how I roll. So cheers to that, right? And yeah, I'm going to do a couple more. I got some colognes too I'd like to do some reviews on. They've been done to death, but you know, what the hell, I'm going to do them anyways. So I will link that Gentleman's CEO Life in the description. I will also link another reviewer of fragrances that I implore you to check out if you're at all interested in for anything regarding fragrances, the community, or just purchasing. His name is Joy Amin. Joy, like the word joy, and Amin. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Joy. If you ever watch this video, I don't think you'll ever come across it, but I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. He does long form content like I do. Like his videos are very, very, very long. He goes very in depth with his reviews, which I love. If you love that, he's perfect. He's from Bangladesh. He's a very happy man. He's a fantastic reviewer. He absolutely loves fragrances. You can tell that he's just you can see the joy in his eyes when he talks about it. So he's aptly named. Anything you ever want. I don't know him personally. I'm just saying that, you know, check this motherfucker out. Sorry for the language, but check this dude out. He is absolutely fantastic. That's all I have to say. Again, we're about 15 minutes in. But this is my first review, so yeah. U.S. Oil Perfumery. They're about $10, like I said. They're $5 shipping. And if you spend like $50, I think you get free shipping. So you buy like 5 colognes or whatever, 5, and they have everything. They have like a lot of stuff. They have perfumes too, and then they also have Arabian fragrances. Like I know that they use a lot of oils, you know, in the Middle East. So they have those, and then they have originals. So check them out. All right. Peace out. Have a good night, everyone.